Making rounds everywhere. Buhari has just died, and if you've been following the internet, you will, or watching what's going on the internet, you will observe that it seems like there's almost a festival or a carnival that is going on, because a lot of Nigerians are actually very happy that he is passed on. Yeah, and this video is not to cast aspersion on anyone for whatever anyone is feeling. People have the right to feel what they want to feel, and I can understand the reason why majority of the people or majority of Nigerians are happy that he's no more. Yeah, I can understand. For me, I was in Nigeria for the most part of his tenure. I was in Nigeria for the most part of his term, so I was also an active witness to his government and all of the things that happened, especially the bad things that happened and what have you. For me, I would say my mood is just the same. My mood remains the same. I'm not particularly very happy that he passed, and I'm not out of this planet. Like I'm not so euphoric. I'm not in a space where I would say I'm the happiest man on earth because he passed. No, my mood remains the same, and the reason why I have this very different feeling is because I don't see how celebrating his death or being happy about his death changes anything. The topical issue for me, I'm talking about me. I know some people may come for me because of this video, and like I said earlier, this is not about saying that you don't have a right to be happy because it's past, or you have a right to be whatever you don't want to be, or whatever you are feeling. That's up to you. That's okay. That's your feeling, and it's legit. It's valid for you. But what I'm just trying to say here is that I'm about to explain my own feeling and what I think, and that is why I've just made it very clear that I'm not particularly happy, neither am I very overjoyed because it's past, because for me it changes nothing. It really changes nothing. The pertinent questions that we should still be asking is, or are, how is Nigeria today? What is the hope of the common man? Do we even have any hope that things will get better? Or are we just living on that delusion, believing that someday things will get better? So for me, his death changes nothing. It changes absolutely nothing. If anything, I think it's a call, it's a reminder that life is very, very transient. We are here for only a very limited amount of time. But it's easy to forget. When you are in power, when you're rich, when you're connected, it's easy to think you are untouchable. It's easy to think that when in my place where I come from, there's an adage that says that when you see what they call that is when you see the corpse of a dead person being carried to the place of interment, to the person who's not connected to that person, it feels like they're just carrying a log of wood, not even a human being. In other words, it's the person who wears the shoe that knows where it pinches him or her. So, if anything, what I just want to drop here quickly is that life is very transient, and it is very easy to not remember this very important, crucial part of life. When you are in power, when you are in place of authority, when you're in place of um, a high level of influence. You think you're untouchable. You think you can do anything. You think when the masses are crying that they need something, you can just pay deaf attention to them. You can, neglect them, just dismiss them, give them talk to the finger treatment because they are not important. Because you see yourself as a god, because of power, because of where you are already. It is just a reminder that life is very, very transient. And wise people don't only try to live well just for the sake of living well. What wise people do is they try to leave impact. They try to create legacies so that when they leave, they will still be living. It's an opportunity for us to ask ourselves questions, especially Nigerian politicians, because the way some of these people behave is almost as if to say these people don't have any idea that at the end of the day, we are all human beings. We are all human beings. And I tell you what, when the time comes to go to your creator, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much connection you have. It doesn't matter what the hospital you are. Even in this country I live in, the Queen of England died at some point, Queen Elizabeth II. And I believe you, and believe you me, that if money was ever going to save a person from not dying, she was one person I could bet my life that the money was never an issue. They would do everything to make sure that she was still here. So this is not mocking the dead at all, because me, I've suffered bereavement in my life on a very personal note. But this is just a reminder, especially to the Nigerian politicians. If you're watching this video, share this video so that they will hear what I'm about to say or what I'm saying. Life is very transient. When you're rigging an election, when you're being a very bad leader, when you're not paying attention to people's complaints, when people are saying important things, crying, pleading for you to help, for you to do what you're supposed to do, you're paying less attention because you believe you are the god of these people, because you're the president. Nobody will become a leader. Nobody becomes a leader and then they will lead forever. Everything is only based on the value and on the precept of transience. That's how life works. You do your own, you move. And at the end of the day, the question left for me and for most of these people is, what will you be remembered for when you leave? Will people celebrate you for the life you lived? Or will people celebrate the fact that you are gone? It's a question that calls for deep, deep sense of reflection. So this for me should be a reminder to those who are believing that they are gods, and because of that they just keep doing things anyhow they like, raising their voices. You don't hear any other voice apart from their own voice. When they talk, it feels like it's either this thing they said or the world will collapse. You're not God. You're still a human being. You still have blood. You may be richer, you may be in place of power, but you still have a blood flowing through you, all around you, just like the average poor person. That is what connects us, humanity. All of this money people are raking in. Some people, if you listen to some of the amount of money that some Nigerian politicians have made away with, some of them I can't even call them because it's ridiculous to make, like, to pronounce, let alone imagine that one person will carry all of this, will amass all of this and then just run away with it. And in most cases, these are public funds. These are money that are meant for people. Why people are suffering? You're in your high class area, living high class life, enjoying yourself. Why people are dying? As a leader, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not being accountable and making yourself become accountable to your people, because you feel like you're God, you're protected by security, you're untouchable, you have power, you have the passport, you can travel anywhere you want to travel. Life is transient. We are here for a very, very short amount of time. Time is flying. We entered this year literally how many months back, but very soon we'll round up this year. So time is flying, and spending that time is not enough, or just being within that time is not enough. What counts more is how much impact you were able to make within your own limited time. How much impact? What will people say about you? What will generations, what will posterity say that this is what this person is being remembered for? That is what matters. There are people who are no longer alive, but their impact still means that they are still alive. Example, Steve Jobs, the person who invented Apple, is no longer here. But what phone am I using to make this record? iPhone. Many people are using iPhone. iPhone is a brand that will continue to exist and will continue to wax stronger and stronger. The same way so many people who invented so many things are no longer even here with us, but we're still enjoying the dividends of their creative impact. For me, that is the definition of a life well lived. It's not a life where you made all the money in this world. It's not a life where you stole all the money in this world. It's not a life where many people were crying for your help, and you turned deaf ears to their plea. Or many people were in a situation where they were hoping for you to help them because you are in a place of authority or something, and then you still don't do what you're supposed to do. And you believe anyway, it's easy not to do what I'm supposed to do and just get away with it because I'm the head, I'm the overall. Nobody questions me, nobody asks me questions, nobody does anything, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I want to do, and then nothing happens. Someday you will end at the same destination as that poor person you neglected. That person you neglect, that person you look down on, we are all going to end in that same destination. It is the corridors of death. But until then, live well, make impacts, create lasting legacies, so that when you go, not only will people be sad that you left, but you will keep living through the impacts you have made. That is what matters. That is what counts. This is a reminder that life is indeed transient. You may be in power today. You may be handsome today. You may have all the wealth today. You may have all the connection today. But at the end of it all, it's all ephemeral, momentary. Make good use of it while you still can. God bless you. Rest in peace, President Mohammed Buhari. Rest in peace. And my thoughts and commiserations go to his family and all of those people that are directly affected by his demise. Like I said, enjoy yourself, do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Or make out of this news whatever you want to make out of it. But as for me, I remain behind the fence. I remain on the fence rather. I remain indifferent because the question remains, and I'm still asking it. When will things get better? What is the hope of Nigeria? That is what I'm after. It's not about who has died today or who will die tomorrow. Death is a common thing. It will continue to happen. And finally, what will you be remembered for when you go? Don't give me that question. Don't give me the answer to that question. Give that to yourself.